FTSE 100, Dow, SP 500 futures, stocks, and the Forex market. Your system worked on all markets. In fact, I showed a friend of mine not so long ago, and up to today, he still thinks I performed some magical trick on him. I never used any indicators. All I did was plot the lines, and the reversals took place exactly on the numbers. The uncanny thing is that the numbers were obscure, such as 1.7686 and 1.6988, and not round numbers. We even tried using it on a very short time frame, such as the 1 minute data, which then blew him totally away as the candles closed exactly on the numbers. If you have any skeptics out there, please refer them to me. My email to you is simply to say hello and all is well on my side. Fondest regards, Mark Van Groen in South Africa. Getting back to your point earlier, Peter, I sometimes find that we can become myopic when we're trading. We can sometimes be looking at a screen and we get too close to it. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll step back, I'll get up off my chair, and I'll actually stand back from the screen and I'll just study it like this. The screen is way over there. Just look at it and think about it. And what do I see? You know? And you'd be surprised what you see that maybe you don't see when you're sitting in your chair. So just something to think about. Did you see that head and shoulders pattern? Did you see that triangle? These are all important clues in the game of Forex trading that will kill you if you don't see them, because price will get you big time. Aha, you didn't see the triangle. Okay, what do we see here? Trading currencies is really all about pattern recognition. And Anthony Robbins also says this. He says two things that I like, amongst other things. Massive results come from massive action, and repetition is the key to success. The way he has trained basketball players to become ace basketball players is because they repeat it over and over and over and over and over until it's whomp every time. Over and over. Some people can't do that. You've got to really, when you get these tapes at home that we're going to send you, you've got to go over them and over them and over them and over them and over them. If you love the business, you'll love to do it. If you don't see something to do, don't do it. I don't know if yeah, well, it's true. I had a guy call me from Australia. I think I gave you this example before, but I'll repeat it. I actually told somebody at lunchtime. He was arguing. It was one day this past week, and we were trying to decide whether to take the trade or not. And I wasn't going to take the trade because I said, quite frankly, he was trying to argue that it was MACD divergence, and I said, well, it's kind of MACD divergence, but it's kind of not MACD divergence. I mean, you're really pushing the envelope here. You're looking too hard. I said, why don't you just go golfing? It's not a good day to trade. And it wasn't. It was the only day this week that wasn't a good day to trade. So don't try to force it. If it's not there, it's not there. I'd rather go with really crystal clear signals. We've seen some of them here today. If you don't see any, then don't do anything. But some people can't handle that. They've got to do something. Weekly pivots we've talked about. %50 of trading is psychological. You can get to the point where you understand what to do, but can you really do it? And that is a very complex thing. I can't really help you with that. This is a game of confidence. And this may not seem like an appropriate statement to make, but I read a lot of motivational stuff. You can't motivate me enough. If you tell me about a motivational course, I'll take it. You've got to be pumped all the time. You've got to be up all the time. You've got to think positive all the time. You've got to avoid your negative neighbors. If you've got any negative friends, get rid of them. This is a business about constantly being positive and pumped.
How about negative wife?
Get rid. I'm glad that's your problem, Murphy. Just don't talk to her about trading. This is why I say that if you have been a successful chiropractor or a successful business person, you can copy that success into trading because you know what it takes to be successful. You'll go through the motions, you'll hang tough, and you'll do it. I can tell you people that I've tried to train that didn't make it because they've never tasted this success. I can't fix that for them. I can't give success to people. Success comes from being a pit bull on a pork chop, working like a dog. The lady that lent us the backup projector for today is a multi-level marketer. Now, I don't like multi-level marketing. She is very good at it because she works like a dog. She crawls over crushed glass to make sales. She could be a good currency trader because she has that gut instinct that I've got to succeed, that burning desire in the gut to succeed. She could do this if she liked it. But I can't make people be successful. Is this idea of M1, M3, say hi to Mercy for me.
I will.
Okay, we'll
Nice
talk on the
meeting you
phone.
all.
Is this business of M1, M3, M2, M4 fuzzy?
On your website, you mentioned about forecasting prices accurately from futures data. Is that what you're referring to, the COT?
When we talked about COT and you fell off your chair, that was futures
That was
data.
the one that
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, you said like if the last day of the trading day was like M1, M3, then the next day should be the other side.
No. Basically what I'm saying is that if the, when we went to that chart where Don corrected me in terms of the open was the wrong number, when you grab the open, high, low, close from that chart, from the 1 hour chart, if the close is less than the open for that particular set of numbers, then your next trading session is going to be M1, M3. In other words, the low is projected to be M1 and the high is projected to be M3. If from those numbers you see that the close is higher than the open, then the next day is going to be an M2, M4 day. The low would be projected at the M2 number and the high would be projected at the M4 number. That's all I'm saying. Okay. What do we see up here?
Actually, you should cover the MACD also, then you can't see anything.
Well,
you can cheat there. You can cheat by looking at MACD going down, so you should cover that one too in your slide.
Okay, would you agree we have a double top up here?
Yeah, double top.
Okay, sports fans. What I see here is price is in some sort of a channel. At least it's channeling across. And it's a question of, it looks like price is breaking out of the channel here. This is a news day. This was the euro reacting to news. What would you have done here? Got a trend line break there, right in here. I only include this chart because Mike Clements is a pastor in Texas, and he's taken it upon himself to become the MACD expert on the planet. And he loves MACD divergence, and he constantly sends me these examples, and I love him for it because it shows me that he's deadly serious about this business. He's shown me some things I didn't know before. Okay, we have here railway tracks. at M2 below the pivot point? Buy. Now this is an interesting chart here. We had a bottoming out process on the daily chart, followed by an uptrend line here, a double top up here. And I believe that was where the euro ended, right about here. Okay, what do we have here?
Channel.
We got a channel. We got a trend line going down here. What do you see here? What do you see up here? Spinning top up there? Yeah. There you go. Okay, what would you have done here? We did this example this morning. You should remember this one. This is remember we talked about the 1, 2, 3 phenomenon this morning, where price tested the high up here, the number 3 point, and you would sell it on a break from the number 2 point. This is an example of an uptrend line on the daily chart. As of this print, that was an uptrend, and by connecting those two cycle low points. What do we see here? Here we've got a channel across here. Even though that hammer, let's just see what did happen. Price eventually did break out of that channel and go down. And that hammer didn't do anything. Okay, that's an example where a hammer that should have done something didn't. It wasn't at the end of an extreme run, but the thing that finally broke price was this break of the channel. We talked about this example this morning with the triangle over here, followed by the channel. Price eventually collapsing. Here we have a spinning top at a